Hi, this is my sensational Wonder Woman collection. Let me show you around a little bit. My dad, when I was younger, used to collect Harley Davidsons, and my mom collected plates from Holland and so forth. It almost seemed this genetic thing. I would grow up to be a collector. These comics, Mujer Maravilla, these are bootleg comic books that were published in South America. They're extremely rare. Now, this is the cookie jar from the 1970s. I'm not sure if it's rare because very few of them were made, or if it's rare because she's just so ugly on it. One of the unusual things that happened in the 1970s when the Wonder Woman TV show was on the air was that there was a huge explosion of Wonder Woman licensing, but almost none of it was Linda Carter as Wonder Woman licensing. Wonder Woman roller skates. I thought they were some of the ugliest pieces of Wonder Woman memorabilia I had ever seen, which of course meant that I had to have them. This is the Wilton cake pan from 1978. You can see that it's shaped like Wonder Woman, and there was a little faceplate, so you didn't have to decorate her face. This is a music box. The unusual thing about that is that the song it plays is Jesus Christ Superstar.
When I walked into his bedroom, and there was a giant life-size poster of Linda hanging on the back of the door, that was the first indication of Wonder Woman.
A child could get up in the morning and brush their hair with the Wonder Woman brush in their Wonder Woman mirror. They could then put on their Wonder Woman glasses, take their Wonder Woman book bag with them to school, and just in case it was raining, put on their Wonder Woman raincoat. Then when they had assignments, they could use their Wonder Woman pen to write in their Wonder Woman school notebook. And if they had an ultra cool teacher, that teacher would have a Justice League of America blackboard for them to do their homework on. This is the invisible plane replica. It is, if it were an actual replica, you wouldn't be able to see it because, of course, it's supposed to be invisible. There's a Superman Wonder Woman sidecar. That is a piece of bootleg memorabilia from South America.
My role in his fandom would be just to be there to support him. And if it's an outrageous thing that he wants to purchase, maybe talk him out of purchasing it.
Oh, hey, you caught me looking at the old film I have. This is an original two-part episode of Wonder Woman, one of my favorites, called The Feminine Mystique. The very beginning of every episode of Wonder Woman back then, they would do an animated opening. This happens to be the original artwork, one-of-a-kind artwork that they used for the opening sequence. These are a couple of the original scripts that have the colored pages and the colored covers and so forth. I've also collected about 500 or so stills from the series. There's a mentality there that I think, collecting and archiving that part of history. If you love something and you get as much of it as possible, then you'll love it even more.
For myself personally, and for a lot of my friends who are really into Wonder Woman, we consider her a feminist icon because she was very much in charge without having to subjugate other people, basically. I think watching Wonder Woman and reading Wonder Woman comics probably both had an impact on my career choice. Well, we're here at the Stumptown Comics Fest in Portland, Oregon. This is basically a small press comic book convention. So by analogy, it's sort of like the equivalent of indie music versus big label music. And almost everyone here is either a creator of comic books or a small press publisher. We're basically here to promote our work to a relatively literate comic book audience.
Heartbreakers was created at the time to fill a niche. There were no women action hero comics back in the 80s. There were superhero comics like Wonder Woman, but there were no straight action heroes the way we know them today, like Laura Croft.
And Paul had this idea that he wanted to do, a butt-kicking sort of paramilitary female. I think that really fed into my interest in the Heartbreakers. It really connected to my childhood love of Wonder Woman.
We considered it sort of an empowering spin on a feminist notion, of a woman running around kicking ass. Plus, frankly, it's more fun to draw women running around than it is men. I'd much rather focus on the female anatomy and making sure that the muscles are all right and everything like that than the male anatomy.
Plus, he has an in-house model.
That helps. That helps a lot.